How to finally stop mass shootings in the U.S. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been 647 mass shootings in the U.S. in 2023 as of October 27. A mass shooting is defined as an incident where 4 or more people are shot or killed, not including the shooter. The U.S. has the highest rate of gun ownership and gun violence in the world. There are many factors that contribute to mass shootings, such as mental health, social isolation, media exposure, access to firearms, and cultural norms. A study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that for each percentage point increase in gun ownership, the firearm homicide rate increased by 0.9%. This means that the more people that own guns, the more lives will be taken by guns. Another study by Everytown for Gun Safety found that states with weaker gun laws have higher rates of firearm-related homicides and suicides. There is a direct correlation between weaker gun laws and higher gun deaths. The legal ages for buying a gun in the U.S. vary, depending on the type of firearm. You have to be at least 18 years old to buy a long gun, such as a rifle or a shotgun, and at least 21 years old to buy a handgun. The Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution states that the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. However, this right is not unlimited or individual, according to some interpretations by the Supreme Court and other courts. The Second Amendment was intended to protect the right of militias to own guns, not the right of individuals to own guns. Possible fixes to all the gun violence. Require universal background checks for all gun buyers, including those who buy from private sellers or online. This would prevent people who are prohibited from owning guns, such as felons, domestic abusers, or mentally ill people, from getting access to firearms. Ban or restrict the sale and possession of assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. These are the types of firearms that are often used in mass shootings, as they can fire many rounds quickly and cause more damage. Implement red flag laws that allow family members or law enforcement to petition a court to temporarily remove guns from someone who poses a danger to themselves or others. This would prevent potential shooters from carrying out their plans before they act. Enact safe storage laws that require gun owners to store their firearms securely and safely when not in use. This would prevent accidental shootings, especially by children, and reduce the risk of theft or misuse of guns. Follow the example of countries like Australia, Japan, or the United Kingdom, which have strict gun control laws and low rates of gun violence. These countries have either banned or severely limited the ownership of firearms, except for specific purposes, such as hunting or sport shooting. They also require rigorous licensing, registration, training, and testing for gun owners. Outlawing gun ownership, a fix backed up by statistics. The U.S. versus the U.K. The number of gun murders per capita in the U.S. in 2012 was nearly 30 times that in the U.K., at 2.9 per 100,000 compared with just 0.11. Of all the murders in the U.S. in 2012, 60% were by firearms, compared with just 10% in the U.K. In 2021, the most recent year for comparable statistics, 48,830 people died from gun-related injuries in the U.S., according to the CDC. That figure includes gun murders and gun suicides, along with other types of gun-related deaths. In 2015-16, there were only 26 fatalities from gun-related crimes in England and Wales, equivalent to 130 because Great Britain is 1/5 the size of the US. The UK has some of the strictest gun laws in the world, resulting in relatively low levels of gun crime and firearm homicides. The UK banned most handguns in 1997 after a mass shooting at a school in Dunblane, Scotland. Be sure to comment below.